Hello and welcome to Galaxy TV's Primetime News. My name is Iribami Salako. We begin with headlines. Minister of Work declares that President Bola Tinubu acted in the best interest of Nigeria with the ongoing construction of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Plus, on the news, EFCC calls on youth to unite and support the anti-graft agency in its quest to rid corruption, which has become endemic in Nigeria. From the international scene, medical health officials suggest contaminated IV feeding bags may have caused the death of 13 children in Central America. Details of these and more coming your way soon. Just stay with us. Many thanks for joining us at this time. Now details of the news. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, declared in Abuja that President Bola Tinubu acted in the best interest of Nigeria with the ongoing construction of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. He also said there is no decision taken by the President that has ever failed, including this tax reform bill. Correspondent Kulojo reports that Umahi, who made the declaration while fielding questions from journalists after an interactive session with the Senate Committee on Works, described those criticizing President Tinubu on the project as being jealous and envious of his performance. Tinubu had a dream 25 years ago and as a governor on the project, and divinely actualized for him when he became president by God.
And this Senate, you saw the chairman of the Senate Committee Works, who is PDP, yes, moving a motion that President Bola Tinubu must continue in 2027 so that he can complete all these projects. Because he's saying that he's not sure if any other president will have the courage to complete this project. So I'm very much happy because we are on the same platform, pushing these contractors on inherited projects.
He, however, expressed happiness over interaction with the Senate Committee on Works for supporting the President, adding that they see the good work the President is doing.
Born out of envy and jealous. How can a man have a dream 25 years ago as a governor, and then God gave him the divine, opportunity to actualize the dream? There is envy and jealous. The people that envy him never believe that he can turn around the economy, and it takes God for him to turn around. There's no decision taken by the president that has ever failed, including this tax reform bill.
Benue State Zonal Commander of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has called on Nigerians, particularly the youth, to unite and support the anti-graft agency in its quest to rid corruption, which has become endemic in Nigeria. The Zonal Commander, Anselm Ozioko, made the call during a town hall meeting held in Makode to commemorate this year's International Anti-Corruption Day with the theme Uniting Youth Against Corruption, Sharpening Tomorrow's Integrity. The Benue Zonal Commander of EFCC, who represented the Executive Chairman of EFCC, Ololukoyede, emphasizes that the future belongs to the youth and efforts must be made to tackle corruption, which may alleviate their future if handled with kids' gloves.
Corruption affects every group, but bites harder against the prospects and possibilities of youth. This makes it more binding on young people to tackle it more fiercely than any other age group. Every young person needs an equal opportunity for self-expression, but this is impossible in societies where favoritism, nepotism, partisan and other external considerations tilt opportunities in favor of some few privileged people.
I implore the youth to take ownership of this fight against corruption. But the one that they want will benefit the most. And I wouldn't want a situation whereby we bequeath unto you a country that already endemic, already rotting. deep into corruption? How can you sustain yourself?
Meanwhile, the representatives of Youth and Special Assistant to being a Governor and Youth in the Legal Levies, Teve Bande, while commending the FCC for the town hall meeting, says since the coming on board of the present administration, steps have been taken to tackle social vices, promising to join efforts with security and other stakeholders in tackling the menace of corruption.
Solving this issue, we must go back to African traditional system. The values that shaped the generation before us. The crime and criminality have heightened because we left our first law, which is that African traditional value system. So as a people, we must consciously drive towards discouraging people from celebrating ill-gotten wealth overnight.
My office is working with all the security agencies in the state to implement these laws, to carry out these laws, to make sure that these things does not happen in the state again. This town hall meeting is very, very important and it's crucial. I want to appreciate the EFCC for calling us or to be part of this program again. We will learn a lot from here again, and when we go out there again, we will still help in bringing this crime together, down to the minimum.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation has come under scrutiny from the House of Representatives Committee on Public Assets and Special Duties, which has demanded comprehensive documentation on all public-private partnership agreement within 7 days. The ultimatum follows a public hearing in Abuja aimed at assessing the performance of the coordination's PDPP program and concessions. Committee Chairman Representatives Ademorin Puye emphasized the need for transparency, requesting documents and details of advertised concessions.
Requested for detailed information on all PPP and concession agreements to date that has been submitted. But according to this checklist, the income profile from this PPP and concession agreements have not been submitted. Evidence of remittances to the special concession account as stipulated in Section 9 of the ICRC Act.
He also sought explanation for significant budget allocations from 2021 to 2023, including 74 billion naira for railway tracks in 2022 and 69 billion naira for railway rehabilitation of the same year. In addition to financial inquiries, Kuya called for a report on a viral video allegedly showing theft of assets from train stations in various states, including Niger, Bauchi, Nasarawa, and Lagos.
In the same budget of 2022 and 2023, you made provisions for the construction of rail tracks to the tune of 74 billion in 2022 and 85 billion in 2023 respectively. Would like to know the status of those rail tracks, how much was disbursed.
Acting NRC Managing Director apologized for the delay in submitting the requested document, attributing it to miscommunication. He appealed for more time to compile the information and requested the committee share the viral video to aid internal investigations.
I have a list of the items you said, the Honorable Chairman said, are not part of what we submitted. I can assure you that we have all these items and will quickly submit them to yourselves. We apologize for them not being part of what we originally submitted, but I think the letter that was originally given to us and everything listed therein, I apologize once more. We will submit these ones we've listed. We've made note of them, sir, and I hope you give us time to go back to Lagos and submit them, sir.
The Labour Party caucus and the House of Representatives has called for judicial neutrality, fairness and impartiality in the ongoing defamation case against human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi, initiated by Chief Afe Babalola San. In a statement he issued on Friday, the caucus led by Honorable Alpha Mogene expressed concern over the rising trend of anti-democratic practices undermining Nigeria's civil governance. They said the arrest and detention of Farotimi over allegations of defamation were described as troubling and a potential threat to democracy. According to them, the judiciary is the last bastion of hope for all citizens in a democratic society, and it is imperative that it remains neutral and impartial regardless of the social status or influence of any party involved. The caucus reaffirmed its commitment to democracy, human rights and the rule of law, calling on the authorities to protect Farotimi's rights and ensure a fair hearing. The group also condemned any alleged manipulation of legal processes against them, referencing claims he made prior to his arrest. The Labour Party caucus emphasized that democracy is endangered when institutions are used to suppress individuals by those in powerful positions. The founder of Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti, Are Afe Babalola, has said that Dele Farotimi, the human rights activist recently remanded by Ekiti Magistrate Court, will be free if he proved the allegations levied against them. It will be recalled that Farotimi alleged Afe Babalola of corrupting the judiciary in his book titled Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, and was remanded on Wednesday after he was arrested at his chambers by the Ekiti State Police Command. Addressing journalists at the Afe Babalola Bar Center, Ado-Ekiti, Owosheni Ajayi, the lead counsel to Babalola, said the defamatory remarks made against him in his book were targeted to injure the hard-earned reputation of the legal icon, which cannot be remedied by any award of damages. The lead counsel wondered why Afe Babalola, who was a judiciary, would lose cases in court and still be fined with over 13 million naira by the same Supreme Court accused of corruption. The former Justice Commissioner in Ekiti, joined by the duo of State ex-chairman of NBA, Olasukomi Falade, and Lawrence Fasomi, explained that Farotimi has been inconvenienced with Afe Babalola over a land dispute case in 2014. He added that Farotimi's action is an offence punishable under Section 59 of the Criminal Code Act, which emphasizes on the publication of false news with intent to cause fear and alarm in the public.
Is it wrong for Afe Babalola to seek justice for these false utterances against him? Should justice only be available to Mr. Dele Farotimi because Afe Babalola is a global icon? He's a big man, has no right to defend himself against destruction of his image he has struggled to build up? These are the questions we're asking people who never care to know the truth and the background to the trial and the arrest of Dele Farotimi. When Mr. Dele Farotimi can show proof that his assertions in the book are true, then he will be free. Until then, the law allows free speech.
And still on that, human rights activist has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to give an executive order restraining the police from getting involved in civil issues. This appeal is coming in the wake of the arrest and detention of public affairs analyst Fisayo Shoyobo and Dele Farotimi. Deji Adeyanju, a legal analyst, made the appeal while addressing journalists in Abuja on Friday. He said that the restraining order will make the Nigerian police and the DSS to have trust and respect Nigerians. Adeyanju stressed that engaging in civil matters will spark the increase in human rights violation index of the country, adding that Nigeria must move away from criminal defamation. Speaking on the ongoing illegal demolitions in FCT, he appealed to the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to always relocate another land for victims.
The President of Nigeria should make an executive, he should give an executive order restraining the police from getting involved in civil disputes such as defamation, landed matters, rent and tenancy issues, that the Inspector General of Police himself should commit, even without the president giving the executive order, that the Inspector General of Police should issue a clear directive to all officers that taxpayers' money should be saved and that they should focus on fighting crime.
I did it in park and recreation. The person that I did it inside their office, and their receipt they gave me. You understand? So why would they collect my money when they will know you collect my money, you want to collect my land? It's not possible now. You have to pay me for the land because I've invested heavily there. You understand? You have to pay me for the land or give me another land. You can't keep me stranded that because you are, no, there is nothing like that.
You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Coming up next. Police Service Commission approved dismissal of 18 senior police officers. Details of that and more coming up to the break. Please stay with us. We are glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate you live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. Members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANO, University of Lagos chapter, held a peaceful protest on campus to kick against neglect of the staffs of the International School Lagos by the federal government. Galaxy TV's Nedwar Yumizaka has more details in this report.
While carrying placards of different inscriptions, members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, University of Lagos chapter, staged a peaceful protest around the campus on Friday. Led by their leaders, the protesting workers converged at the University Senate building area, from where they marched down to the Union Secretariat, chanting solidarity songs. Speaking with newsmen, the acting chairman of the branch, Benga Adenaya, lamented on the injustice and neglect of its members in the International School Lagos by the federal government over the non-payment of their due allowances and general welfare.
So if federal government say, okay, I'm no longer funding the school because I did not create it. Okay, but the people that are teaching there were employed by federal government. What is supposed to be done? They are supposed to redeploy those teachers out of that school to other departments in the university. They are all graduates. So we have listened to the council chairman speak to us. The council chairman has assured us that the matter will get to council, but it might not be at this council meeting that is ongoing because they have other issues. They are also trying to resolve the appointment of the registrar, appointment of the librarian. So, but he has assured us that the matter will get to council at the next council meeting. So we are going to wait.
And that has put a lot of our people in a very bad state. Some have died, some are very sick in the hospital now. And yes, we believe that with the council, having knowledge of what is happening, because it was deliberately kept from the council, and with the assurance we received from the council chairman, Chief Wale Olanipo, we are quite confident that something concrete will be done.
Other aggrieved members of the union expressed dissatisfaction on the neglect by the federal government, while also hoping for a quick response.
We decided today that we have to take the bull by the horn. We have to come out and ambush the council chairman, and that's what we have done this morning. And we are happy. I'm so happy that we met him and he spoke with us. And we pray. We are still not resting on our oars because we are still on the course. We are going to pursue them and ensure that the right thing is done to us. Though we have been stagnated. Like me, I'm on level 12. Count 12, 11. So none of us is on 13, and I've been on this level like over 20 years now. You know, so it's appalling that we have your colleagues in the mainstream, even people that came in after we had started work. Their salaries are better than we are, and despite that, we are doing our work. We have just finished exam. Are you getting me?
Nenwar Yilmazaka, Galaxy TV, Lagos.
Now to the story teased earlier, the Police Service Commission (PSC) has approved the dismissal of 18 senior police officers, including 10 assistant superintendents, 4 deputy superintendents, 2 chief superintendents, and 1 superintendent. The Commission announced that several other officers found guilty of misconduct received varying punishment, such as severe reprimands, and warning letters. It further revealed that most of the dismissed officers would also face prosecution by the Nigeria Police Forces Legal Unit. The PSA spokesperson Ikechukwu Ani, who disclosed this in a statement on Friday, said the suspension was part of a far-reaching decision made by the Commission in its last segment of its first plenary meeting in Abuja. The cases treated by the PSC include 110 pending disciplinary matters (PDM) and 23 appeals and petition cases, with 13 court judgments seeking for compliance. The Commission also addressed 3 pending disciplinary cases, requesting additional information from the Inspector General of Police. Additionally, it reviewed 23 appeals, petitions, and 9 legal matters or court judgment. Still on security, humanitarian gesture, and cementing the civil-military relationship between officers and men of the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Delta and those communities are key mandate of the Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala. These were the words of the commander NNS Delta, Commander Abba Mushin, when he led a medical team to Boruto coastal community on a free medical rhapsody. Our correspondent David Faso has the rest of the story.
The commander, NNS Delta, Commodore Abba Musin, who led officers and men as well as the medical team to the coastal Burutu community in Delta State, immediately flagged off the exercise to ensure that hundreds of the elderly and the youth benefited from the free medical outreach. Fielding questions from newsmen, the NNS Delta commander urged people to see the Nigerian Navy as partners in progress.
You know now, globally, soldiers are not just meant to fight. In fact, there's a term they call the 3-block war. You are not only fighting, you are participating in humanitarian assistance, and you are also participating in peacekeeping. So this particular aspect, which is humanitarian assistance, has a long way in terms of improving the relationship between the military personnel, in this case the Nigerian Navy, and the community. We want the community people to know that the armed forces of Nigeria, and the Navy particularly, is not an enemy to them, it's not an adversary. So we're here to serve them. We're here, we are committed to see that their well-being is our well-being. And that is the essence of the entire.
On their path, the chairman, Borutu Local Government, Honorable Julius Tekeme, whose vitals will also checked, as well as the community chairman, commended the Nigerian Navy for the gesture.
Wonderful exercise. Myself, in my days, till this time, I've never seen this kind of give back to the society exercise that the Navy has embarked on. As chairman of council, ordinarily, we feel that these are what we, the government, ordinarily is supposed to do, which we are doing. For the naval officers, NSS, Warri Delta, coming to embark on this exercise in my local government, is a wonderful one.
It's a good exercise for me as a chairman of this community. It's a kind of first in Butu community that Navy bring their free medical care into the Butu community to save the life of every man, woman, both children as a free medical care. It's a good thing Nigerian government are doing. So please, we need this exercise every year in this community.
Okay, the essence of this program is actually to extend the Nigerian Navy's goodwill to the Boruto community. And this program is a humanitarian program to engage with citizens, Nigerian citizens, that is in line with the Chief of Naval Staff's strategic guidance. So we have come here to actually participate in a medical rhapsody. And the essence of the medical rhapsody is to see to the health condition of the citizens of this community, and we are able to dispense medication and consultancy with regards different types of ailments within the limited time that we have to spend here this morning.
The medical outreach of this nature between the operatives of the NNS Delta and Boruto community, we know that help in cementing the relationship between the military and the communities in achieving the mandate of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, in ensuring that Nigeria's assets are safe. From Boruto Waterways, Daily Fast on reporting for Galactic TV News.
Still on security, police officers have been advised to continue to put in their best while discharging their duties and avoid all acts of corruption that can affect their career and the image of the organization. The Commissioner of Police of the State Command, Abiodun Alamutu, made this known during a special recognition program for junior police officers by the Police Community Relations Committee in the state. Alamutu said the honor done to the officers is to motivate them as well as boost their morale. The PCRC also celebrated the Commissioner of Police, Abiodun Alamutu, who is retiring from service. The PCRC chairman in the state, Samson Ikpokola, said the honor was designed for the junior police officer to celebrate their commitment to duties.
With this recognition, I want you to see it as a morale booster so that you improve more on it, and that will further encourage others to borrow a lead from you for them to put up their best. When you see somebody risking his life, risking his health to protect the people, the least is expect is that at the end of all that, there will be someone that will say thank you. And that is exactly what we are doing today.
Operatives of the Rivers State Police Command have neutralized the notorious leader of a cult group, Ikem Thangod, who is popularly known as General Two-Man, from Umbolo community in Awada West Local Government area of Rivers State. The deceased was said to be the leader of the Greenlander cult group and responsible for a series of heinous crimes in Awada East and Awada West Local Government areas. The Rivers State Commissioner of Police, CP Mustafa Bala, while parading his corpse before journalists in Port Harcourt, said he was killed during an intelligence-led operation while attempting to carry out another kidnapping. He said some of his gang members managed to escape with injuries, adding that efforts are underway to apprehend them.
According to preliminary investigations, since the death of Tubaba, have been mounting technical intelligence on his gang members. Therefore, following this preliminary investigation, Ikem Thangod was responsible for serial heinous crimes within that area. And within the period of 2023-2024, the same suspect has committed series of violent crimes, which includes but not limited to the killing of a Bolt driver.
Speaking on the security measures put in place ahead of the Yuletide season and after, CP Bala emphasized that the command is committed to protecting lives and properties.
one of the efforts we put in place to proactively secure the state is confidence building patrol. We have initiated a convoy patrol throughout the night till after the new year to ensure that people sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
The police boss also reacted to the situation of police officers allegedly preventing traders at the Oginigba market land issues.
One make any pronouncement. If a matter is subsisting in court, that question can be channeled to the court to answer. There's a pending case in court between the disputants and claimants. There is a claimant and disputant over that land, and whatever you see is as a result of court action.
The Kaduna State Police Command says it has arrested 2 suspected gun runners within the Zaria metropolis. In a statement signed by the Kaduna State Public Relations Officer, Mansoor Azan, states that officers from 47 Mobile Police Force Squadron Zaria acted on credible intelligence regarding movement of illegal arms within the state, intercepted 2 suspects during a routine vehicular patrol along the Zaria-Jos Road. The suspects are identified as Zubairu Musa, a 40-year-old man, and Nasru Seidu, 17-year-old, both natives of Kankara local government area, Katsina State, were found in possession of a bag containing 8 locally made pump-action guns, 1 locally made pistol, and 65 live cartridges. Preliminary investigations revealed that the suspect was involved in the illegal trafficking of firearms. They are currently cooperating with the police to aid in apprehension of their accomplices and to uncover the full extent of the gun-running network within the state. The Commissioner of Police, CP Ibrahim Abdullahi, commends the officers for their swift response and reaffirmed the command's commitment to maintaining law and order. He also urged citizens to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities to the police. Police have blocked gates leading to Bichi Emir's palace ahead of the arrival of the newly appointed district head at his palace gate was seen blocked. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Bichi Local Government Council, Alhaji Hamza Fata, has asked residents to remain peaceful and be law-abiding. The chairman announced a shift in the date of the gathering scheduled for Friday by the Kano Emirate. A statement signed by the local government information officer said the area remained calm as people went about their normal business activities. In an attempt to reshape the public and global perception of Nigeria's national security, media practitioners have been urged to put the country's national interest above personal, emotion, and sentimental values. This was a unanimous decision reached at the end of a roundtable discussion with National Counter-Terrorism Center under the Office of the National Security Advisor and media professionals in Abuja. Speaking at the event, the Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa said negative media projection of Nigeria's national interest has a detrimental effect, playing out now preventing investors into the economy. He said it is important for journalists to take responsibility for reporting with accuracy, fairness and sensitivity in an environment that often breeds misinformation and heightened emotions.
In a world fraught with echoes of conflict, uncertainty, security dilemmas, ambiguous and complex geopolitical challenges, the narrative surrounding national security often emerges from a narrow lens. It is easy to find that the focus on national security is often skewed and confined to discussion of military strength as well as the immediate threats posed by hostile state and non-state actors. Although these views are essential, it is important that our understanding of national security is expanded to incorporate broader social, economic, and environmental elements which are hallmarks of what is termed development journalism.
The coordinator, National Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General A.G. Laka, said there was need for a balance between reporting and national interest, and it is crucial to shape public and global perception on policy and critical issues on national security.
We should understand issues far beyond ordinary presentation, and there are strategies for defense reporting. I don't think I need to teach you that, because many of us get to know it as we go on in this bit. But one of them is understanding the defense security frameworks. Defense reporters must familiarize themselves with national security policies, military structures, and defense doctrines. Yes, by association, we know by now ranks should not be an issue for a defense correspondent. Ranks, even formations. But all of this will depend on being familiar with the beat.
Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State on Friday in Ibadan inaugurated the first phase of the 11-megawatt Ibadan hybrid power plant. The first phase is 5 megawatts and the project is sited at the Powerhouse State Secretariat Agodi Ibadan. The hybrid power facility, which is a private-sponsored project, is expected to supply electricity to the State Government Secretariat, the State House of Assembly, among others. It is expected that the facility will enhance power supply within the Secretariat and its environs, thereby reducing energy costs and promoting environmental sustainability. In his remarks, Makinde said the Ibadan hybrid power plant marked a historic achievement in the state's energy sector. According to him, the completion of the first phase of the project will end the menace of interrupted power to critical infrastructure within the Secretariat and its environs. The Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Sheon Ashano, described the completion of the first phase of the project as a remarkable achievement. He said the power plant will enhance provision of stable electricity supply to the State Secretariat and its environs.
As a state, we can look at our own power requirement and try to bridge the gap by ourselves without looking towards anyone else. So my ambition is to launch a 500 megawatt solar project in that space, so that in the years to come, not only will Oyo State be self-sufficient in producing, in generating its own power, we will also be exporting power.
The ministry has also deployed and facilitated over 25 solar hybrid mini-grids in the state, with a direct impact on not less than 10,000 residents in our state. These are in rural communities that erstwhile had not had electricity before. Today, these communities enjoy 24 hours electricity, and the tariff modalities that were adopted working on.
PP itself consists of the gas generators and the solar hybrid system, which includes a battery energy storage system of 1 megawatt hour. Beyond that,
now we move to the international desk for the news.
This is news from the international scene. Contaminated IV feeding bags may have caused the death of 13 children in Central America in the latest blow to the country's ailing healthcare system, according to health officials. The Department of Health said that the children, all under the age of 14, appeared to have died from a blood infection after drug-resistant Klebsiella oxytocin bacteria was detected in November in 3 public facilities and 1 private clinic in Mexico State. The department ordered the doctors to stop using intravenous solution made by Productos Hospitalarios without specifying whether the medical firm was a distributor of the IV bags that may have been contaminated.
At the time of reporting, there was no comment from the company. Officials have yet to find the exact cause of the death, but had investigated the presence of the bacteria in 20 children, detecting 15 confirmed infections and 4 probable cases. 7 of the children remain in hospital. Asked about the cluster of cases, President Claudia Sheinbaum said on Thursday that she had been informed of the situation and that it was under control. Tens of thousands of people are fleeing Syria's third largest city, Homs, in fear that Islamist-led rebels will continue to advance towards the capital, Damascus. The rebels seized the march to the north on Thursday, a second major blow to President Bashir al-Assad, who lost control of Aleppo last week. The leader of the Islamist militant group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, Abu Mohammed al-Jawlani, told residents of Homs, "Your time has come." Syrian rebels launched a surprise offensive against the government last week and have so far captured 2 major cities. They have been advancing south, the Homs in the next city on the road from Aleppo to Damascus. Terrified members of President Assad's Alawite minority community are living Homs, with video footage showing roads jammed with cars. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights (SOHR), a UK-based monitoring group, is reporting that fighter jets have targeted a bridge on a road linking Homs and Hama to try to slow the rebels' advance. After the Syrian military lost control of Hama following days of fighting, it is not clear whether it will be able to defend Homs. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has said that the recent use of a hypersonic missile in the Ukraine war sought to make the West understand that Moscow was ready to use any means to stave off defeat. Lavrov made remarks at a chat with newsmen, claiming that the West was fighting for keeping the hegemony over the world on any country and region, any continent. Russia deployed the Oreshnik hypersonic missile against the Ukrainian city of Dnipro last month in what Russian President Vladimir Putin described as a test of a missile he said could not be brought down. Lavrov said Ukraine had lost the opportunity to maintain its territorial integrity by twice rejecting proposals for a deal, once before the full-scale war began and then in talks in April 2022 in Turkey. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called the use of the Oreshnik hypersonic missile the largest bout of Russian madness and appealed for updated air defense system to meet the new threat. Still on the international scene, French President Emmanuel Macron has said he will name a new prime minister in the coming days after Michel Barnier resigned following a no-confidence vote in the parliament. In a 10-minute address to the nation on Thursday, he rejected opposition pressure to stand down, vowing to stay in his post fully until the end of the mandate in 2027. He thanked Barnier for his dedication during his brief term as prime minister and accused the French far-right and hard-left of collaborating in an anti-republican front to bring down the government. French MPs voted overwhelmingly to remove Barnier on Wednesday, only 3 months after he was appointed by Macron. The vote was the first time a French government has been voted down by parliament in more than 60 years, a move Macron labelled unprecedented. In France, it is the president who chooses a prime minister who then runs the government, but the prime minister must answer to parliament, and Barnier lasted only 3 months before he was ousted in a no-confidence vote. South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol ordered the arrest of his own ruling party's leader Han Dong-yeon when he declared martial law on Tuesday night. The arrest list also included the leader of the main opposition Democratic Party, Lee Jae-myung, as well as 3 opposition lawmakers, the National Intelligence Service Deputy Director said. The president tried to use this chance to arrest them and wipe them out, said Director Hyun Jang-won. The revelation came as the country's political parties held emergency meetings throughout Friday, with MPs planning to bring a vote to impeach Yoon. The motion, which is scheduled for Saturday, will pass if 2/3 of MPs vote for it. The opposition have a majority in the 300-seat parliament, but need the support of at least 8 ruling party MPs to secure the 200 votes required for the impeachment motion to pass. The opposition have a majority in the 300-seat parliament, but need the support of at least 8 ruling party MPs to secure the 200 votes required for the impeachment motion to pass. Lastly, on the international scene, police in New York have released 2 photos of an unmasked individual wanted for questioning over the killing of a healthcare chief executive. United Healthcare boss Brian Thompson, 50, was fatally shot in the back on Wednesday morning outside the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan. The attacker fled the scene without taking any of Thompson's belongings. Police believe the victim was targeted in a pre-planned killing. Investigators are also using facial recognition technology and bullet casing with cryptic messages written on them to track down the suspect. They have yet to reveal the motive in the shooting. The shooting took place at about 6:45 EST in a busy part of Manhattan close to Times Square in Central Park. Thompson have been scheduled to speak at an investor conference later in the day. According to the police, the suspect, who was clad in a black face mask and light brown or cream-colored jacket, appeared to be waiting for Thompson for 5 minutes outside the Hilton Hotel, where he was expected to speak. And that's it from the international scene. Coming your way next, the entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News on Galaxy TV. My name is Gratitude Mokwede. Here are the rest of the stories for today.
The grand finale of the renowned Onile Esports tournament took place at Harbour Point, Victoria Island, Lagos, bringing together top gamers, industry leaders and enthusiastic fans in a celebration of gaming culture and competition. The event, which marked the culmination of months of intense gaming action, saw participants from across Nigeria and beyond battling it out for the ultimate title and prize. In an exclusive interview, several gamers shared their experiences.
Out of all the games I've played, the competitive scene of Street Fighter is way more exhilarating and more rewarding. For some playing the game, before you even come for any tournament, you have to make sure that you have practiced and practiced and practiced multiple scenarios, so that even when you get overwhelmed, your muscle memory will just take over. And
the key thing in this game is just to stay calm, because you can get overwhelmed really easily. So I think just staying calm and composed, that's the main thing for me. Yeah.
In attendance was the Lagos State Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, who highlighted the role of esports in youth empowerment.
What we see here is a new innovation, in the sporting industry. It's not the typical football, basketball, table tennis, or badminton. Where the world is evolving, and as a people we must evolve, as a state we must evolve. Our youths are evolving. As you can see, they are competing, with the world, with this platform that is here. I'm here because I'm Commissioner for Youth, and I'm also a supervising ministry to the Lagos State Sports Commission. In there, we have our youths in Lagos State that are competing across 16 local governments. Even though this is the pilot stage, we've been able to do this. It's been done across 16 local governments. The plan and the intention will be to make it bigger next year, because we will be partnering with Cade Esports to ensure that we give our youth this platform and this benefit.
The CEO of KD Sports, a key sponsor of the event, expressed his satisfaction with the turnout and impact of the tournament. Adding to this, the CEO of Operations Game Evo emphasized the importance of esports in the digital age.
Growing up here in Nigeria, playing games and also esports in general was seen as a mere pastime. The whole point of KD Sports is to look at it as esports as a lucrative career gaming, to show that people can be able to showcase their talents not just in Nigeria or Africa, but globally, to be able to make a career for themselves.
What's good about it is something that I've been planning for almost 6 years now. Wow. And yeah, we're happy that we have thousands of gamers here today to enjoy and understand what we are trying to push into the Nigerian ecosystem.
The grand finale was not just about the competition, but also a celebration of the future of gaming in Nigeria, with promises of even bigger and better events in the coming years.
And that will be all on Entertainment News. Thank you so much for watching, and keep watching Entertainment News on Galaxy TV. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page as Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. And that is all we have for you. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Eribami Salako. Do have a